G'day everyone, welcome back to Sunstate Metal Detecting. We are doing a little bit of a tech review today. I've decided to go ahead and purchase myself another new piece of kit which has arrived in the post today, and I'm interested to see how this compares. Now, you can probably tell from the size that it's not a full metal detector, but it is a pinpointer. Let's get this bag open here and find ourselves with an XP MI-4. Now the MI-4 is exactly the same as the upper model, except for the fact that this doesn't have the wireless module. And the wireless module is basically good for connecting your pinpointer to your XP metal detector, of which I don't have. So the MI-4 is an ideal accessory for basically anyone that doesn't use one of the XP detectors. Let's have a bit of a look at what we get in the box. So first of all, we've got the pinpointer itself, and we've got a nice little belt mount with a decent looking grip on it. That's pretty nice. And it also, that snap rotates so we can get exactly the right position that we want. And it looks like we've got a Velcro tie down on the front there. So that's pretty neat, I quite like that. The next thing we've got is a mini USB charging cable. So not micro and not USB-C, so it is an older form factor, but still it is rechargeable, so it saves me going through potentially lots of 9-volt batteries. We have a bungee with a little clip there. Not too sure about the quality of this one. Looking at it, it is, just very, very cheap plastic there. I don't know how the spring in there is going to go once it's got a bit of sand in it. I suppose there's only one way to find out though, and we'll give that a bit of a test and see how it holds up, but not holding my breath on that one. And finally, the MI-4 itself looks pretty decent. Screw up end there, which gives us access to our mini USB port there for charging, so it's all nicely waterproofed. And we've got just one button on the side for operation, and there's a little light on there too. So if we hold that button in, there we go, we're on and working, LED's on. Ooh, I like that sound. That's a lot better than the beeping noise that you get from the Minelab Pinpointer. There is also multiple sensitivity modes. We'll have to work out exactly how to get to them, but I think we'll do that while we're out in the field. So let's see how this goes against the Pro-Find 40. Cool, let's get out there and see what we can find. They are the bane of my existence. And yes, they tend to follow me like a bad smell. Hey, it's a silver coin. That's a threepence. I'm seeing gold. You're kidding. All right, well, I've popped down to our pre-decimal beach. We've been here many, many times before, and we've found a lot of coins here, a lot of pre-decimals. I think probably more than any other beach locally. And I thought, what better location to test out our new pinpointer. Now we have in our pocket today both the XP MI-4 and also the Minelab Pro-Find 40. And we're going to be testing out in the field how these two stack up head to head. We're going to be looking at things like, how deep they're able to detect, how accurate they are, and in general, how they handle the salt water and sandy conditions, because that's where I find a lot of challenges with pinpointers. So we're going to get underway. We'll have a bit of a scratch around. We'll see what we can find. Maybe we can get some pre-decimal, maybe not, but let's see. I'm going to get underway and I'll see you at the first signal. Okay, we're not long underway. We are just underneath this erosion bank here that has become severely worse since the last time I was here. I did pop my head down here a couple of weeks ago and the waves were crashing right up against this wall, so the whole beach was totally covered in water, which is quite unusual, but there you go. That's what's caused a lot more erosion. We have a target right down the bottom here. Only seems to be a relatively small target. So let's pull both the pinpointers out together and we'll see how they go. So first of all, we'll start off with the Pro-Find 40. This has been our usual workhorse for the last little while now. Now that's on max sensitivity. It's getting a general pickup of something in the area. And then we've got the XP MI-4. Now I've set this to maximum sensitivity. it's also picking up something generally. So let's just get a little bit of this sand out of the way here. Back to the Pro-Find 40. Okay, so it's telling us that we're right on it. Now, already I get a feeling that that's a lot more precise. It looks like we've struck a 10 peg. That sort of computes. They are the bane of my existence. And yes, they tend to follow me like a bad smell. All right, well, just a 10 peg. Oh well, moving on. Okay, another small target here that's probably worth a go. Have a listen. Low 40s, but very consistently above a 40. So, we'll go with our 2 pinpointers again, starting with the Pro-Find 40. Okay. It doesn't detect anything from the surface. So we'll move over to MI-4. That's the Pro-Find 40 going off there. Okay, so nothing on either detector. So let's take a decent scoop out. That'll do. Okay, so the Pro-Find 40's definitely got a track. Helps if I actually turn the MI-4 on. That's better. Okay, so probably about the same detection on both. A couple more scoops out. Okay, so it's telling us we're right on it. Yep, about the same, but a little bit better directional response from the MI-4. Looks like we've got a sinker. All right, moving on. All right, well this one's going to be a bit of fun. It's under a tree, right at the back here. Low 70s. Okay. Let's get both pinpointers out again. Let's see. Nothing from the Minelab. Nothing from the XP. Okay. I wonder if that's some piece of plated chrome or a fork. There you go.
Yeah, good.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sounded all right.
Yeah.
It's rubbish. That's it. All right. Let's make sure it's nothing else left in the hole. But I think it's just going to be just a piece of junk. Yeah. Yep. No further response. Not to worry. Let's pop these away, and we'll march on. Okay, it's been a little while since the last target, and I've basically just been walking right along the top of the beach, which is where I am now, right next to the erosion wall, and just down behind this log that's recently fallen. We've got a nice little tone here. Nice strong 42, 43. So we're going to do our usual 2 pinpointers. We'll see which one finds it first. So my observations so far is that as far as detecting depth goes, both of them are about the same. Bring this one on. But I would say the XP has the superior pinpointing ability, because I'm able to really hone in on the target a lot faster without having to constantly adjust up and down on the sensitivity of the Pro-Find. And I think, yeah, unfortunately, it's just another sinker. Haven't had much luck today. Well, that's okay. We're still getting used to our new equipment, and doesn't matter what you're detecting, as long as you're out there detecting, you can eventually adjust to it. So we're going to keep on, see what else we can turn up. All right, we're just going to try some damp sand, and then we'll try some really wet sand and just see how the MI-4 stands up to salty conditions. I do have a little target here. Doesn't sound overly special, but yeah, we'll give it a go. All right, now I've already marked it out. It should be just in there. Now let's start with the MI-4 this time. We've got no response from the MI-4. And straight away, that's reacting to the salt. So we'll tune it out. No response. Right, let's take a couple of scoops. And we'll do the same thing again. So, MI-4. Yep, we seem to be onto target. As we are with the Pro-Find. But it does definitely seem like the Pro-Find is a lot more reactive to the salt here. Now what have we hit there? Is that our target? It is. I think it's an old bullet. Yeah, that is an old fired bullet. I can see we've got two lines which would have been around the rim of the lower rim of the bullet. So that's the base of the bullet down there, and that has hit something hard. Rock, tree, animal, who knows. Not sure of caliber. Feels too big for a 22. So yeah, don't know. But yeah, there you go, old ammo. We'll just get rid of that, and I think we're going to give the win on this one to the MI-4. All right, well, we'll try a few more in the damp sand if I can find some, and then we'll move down to the really inundated sand, and we'll see how it holds up down there. Let's keep going. Okay, we've got a really deep sounding one, so this will be a bit of a test. I'm probably not even going to worry about using the sand scoop on this one, just to see how we go with the salty conditions further down. It is a low tone, have a listen. Now, I've got this one marked out already. And I think it's going to be practically just in that area there. So, let's see. Tune in the Pro-Find 40. Not expecting it to hear anything. Nothing. Tuning in the MI-4. Also nothing. Okay. There goes the Pro-Find, just for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Let's go 2 scoops at a time. Now we do have some response. Now I'm not sure yet whether that's just the salt or whether that's actually the target. I'm expecting it's probably the salt. Actually, that might have been the target. Yeah. Okay, we might. Yep, we do have the target out. And look at that, it's a 22 bullet. Obviously fired, but it hasn't hit anything, so it's, yeah, just lost velocity and dropped. Yeah, well, we definitely do find a fair amount of old ammunition along the beach here, so there you go. All right, let's keep moving along. Okay, we've got another target here. Not nice numbers, but we are in an area where I have found some nice old brass buttons that have sounded almost exactly like this. So definitely worth a crack, and we're in some fairly wet sand here, so this is pretty well a worst case scenario as far as pinpointer use goes. Have a listen. Fairly consistent. I've already marked it out here. Now let's have a go with the Pro-Find first. Nothing from the surface. MI-4. Nothing from the surface. Okay, so an even keel there. One scoop out. Pro-Find is a maybe. Yep, sounds like we've got response on both, so we'll go 2 scoops this time to get us a bit, or 3 scoops to get us a bit closer. It's better. Okay, definitely sounding better. A little bit deeper according to both of them, but we are hitting actual, you know, fully wet sand now. Salty water. So we could just be listening to salt water there. Apparently touching it. It's interesting with the MI-4, I can actually tell it's a little bit over towards the wall. Just trying to spot it. We are out. Is it this? Yep. And that is just some melted lead by the looks of things. So with that, even in these salty conditions, it's picking it up all right. And it seems as though with the Pro-Find 40, when you're within sort of your last sort of centimetre or so, or half inch of the target, this is already beeping its head off saying, you're there, you're there, you're there. Whereas with the MI-4, you have that little bit more control. So you can, that last couple of millimeters makes all the difference in tracking down exactly where the target is without having to retune over and over. So very interesting observations. I'll just fill that in and I'll keep marching up the beach. Okay, I've got a real tidy one here to have a bit of a look at. Real solid 30. Nice dot too. A little bit of depth. Let's have a bit of a go. All right, let's start this one off with the Pro-Find. Now, I forgot to tune that into the sand. Now, this is an important step. If you are on heavily mineralized or salty terrain, hold the pinpointer to the sand and hit the start button. It tunes it in. So now it doesn't matter where I point that, it's not going to go off until I'm actually close to the target. Okay, nothing from the Pro-Find. Let's move that off to the side. MI-4, just get that started. No difference. Okay, sounds like we are Yeah, possibly onto it. Okay. Should be looking at it. Yep, okay. I've thrown it back in the hole, and it's just a ring pull. I had a suspicion that's what it was going to be. But yes, I think I'm very much enjoying the MI-4 over the Pro-Find, just for getting that last little bit done. Very nice. Let's keep going. All right, so our little tech session has turned into a ring rescue. I've just been approached by a beach goer down here that's let me know that they've lost a ring nearby, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm back up on the dry sand in an area they indicated that could be, and there's a target here that definitely could be a ring. Let's have a go. Nice consistent numbers. We're just going to use hand tools, and I'm just going to use the MI-4 here. Yep. Okay. Hey, it's a silver coin. That's a threepence. That's a threepence, guys. Ah, that is the first pre-decimal of 25. Look at that, only just shallowly buried at the top of the beach. Excellent. All right, happy days. All right, well, I walked past this one earlier thinking it was junk, but now that I've got the information that there's a ring in this area, this could be, although there is an iron tone with it. So I'm thinking maybe bottle cap, maybe not. Let's get that stick off my detector coil and let's have a listen. Where is it? Just pick that up. That's not it. It was here somewhere. Maybe that was it. Actually, yes, that will be it just there. Okay. Now that's possibly got some depth on it, so we're just going to use the sand scoop. A bit clearer now that we've taken a scoop out, so that's a, well, maybe a good sign. We're out. Okay. The iron tone seems to have disappeared, so that's also a good sign. It's a ring. It is a ring. I don't think it's the ring we're looking for, but it's a ring. I'm seeing gold. You're kidding. Oh, it's got a weird 3-stone setting. Oh, wow. Is it gold? Hold on. I can't actually tell now. It's definitely a ring. It's broken. So it used to be, yeah, so someone's had it resized, and normally you wouldn't resize a junk ring. Oh, that could very well be gold. That might be our first gold of 2025 as well. Just going to have another look. Now, I'm going to have to clean that to find out, but there you have it. Not the ring we're looking for. In the bag for that one. Let's get this filled in and let's see if we can get this ring. Unfortunately, we weren't able to turn up that gold ring we were looking for. Hopefully we'll be able to return one day and find that ring and return it to the owner. But now that we're back at home, I thought we'd do a little bit of a side-by-side comparison between the Minelab Pro-Find 40 and the XP MI-4. Now, both of these pinpointers are waterproof. The Pro-Find 40 is waterproof down to 3 meters or 10 feet, but the MI-4 is waterproof down to 6 meters or 20 feet, so it's clearly superior sealing on that unit. The Pro-Find 40 uses 9-volt batteries, which you do end up going through quite a few of. I get about 20 hours battery life out of that one. And the MI-4 has a rechargeable lithium polymer battery, and there's roughly, according to XP, about 10 hours of battery life on a full charge. So I'm going to give the tick there to the MI-4. Both have an equal warranty of 2 years, so it's a tie there. The Pro-Find 40 has 5 different sensitivity levels, and they're controllable with the plus and minus buttons on the pointer itself, whereas the MI-4 only has 3 sensitivity levels, and you have to access a hidden menu by holding the button for 5 seconds and then listening to the tones in order to access them, so it's a little bit awkward. So I'd give that point to the Pro-Find 40. The Pro-Find 40 only has one audio mode, that's the beeping mode that you normally hear, and vibration, whereas the MI-4 has both that beeping mode and it also has, like you probably heard in the video, the pulse mode, I think they call it, as well as vibration. Now, I did find that pulse mode helped get right into the targets, especially at the end. That last sort of centimetre or two, whereas with the Pro-Find 40, you know, it's just screaming its head off even before you're close enough to the target to see it. So I'm going to give that one to the XP. And the XP is also $20 cheaper here in Australia, or about $15 cheaper if you're using the American dollars. So I think overall, even though it is a cheaper unit, I think the MI-4 takes the cake. So for now, that's going to probably become our primary pinpointer, with the Pro-Find 40 taking a back seat, although I'll still be carrying it with me. That's because it is old iron. It's a part of a chain link. Oh no, okay, it's the top of a lighter. Blast. Oh well, in the junk bag, let's keep going. Not too far. Oh, I see it. It's another ball sinker. Okay, actually I think I see another sinker. No shortage of them today.